Kia ora, ngā mihi ana, ngā mihi ki a koe mō te karakia, thank you. Bye. The High Court gave an injunction to delay the ban. Kia ora everyone, amazing work. I'm Bex from Hohouterongo Kahukura. We are a Takatapuian Rainbow Violence Prevention and Response Organisation, and I am non-binary, trans, tau iwi, and proud of all of that brings to Aotearoa. So, the High Court gave an injunction to stop the ban going ahead because it has been enacted against our human rights. This is the first step in an ongoing battle about this, so we need to have courage as we move forward. As always, there will be things said about us in the media that are not true, and we will face things said about us in our families and in our workplaces as well. But we are part of a long history of peoples who have fought for our rights. This is not the first government in the world that has legislated against us. It is not the first government in this country that has legislated against us. Before European settlement in Aotearoa, Te Ao Māori did not have laws against takatapui, and scholars show that people who were gender diverse and sexuality diverse were an important, embraced and loved part of society. But in 1858, the government legislated the English Laws Act, which brought all the laws from England, all of them, and transplanted them to this land here. We didn't write our laws, we just got them landed here, and we have had to fix them ever since. That is the first time the government in New Zealand legislated against us. So, we became criminals in 1858 and we faced the death penalty at that time. All of us are part of a long history of peoples who have fought for what we have today. Freedom, liberty, human rights. We are recognised in law and in civic society. That is what our demands are based on. Your whakapapa and your belonging is one of struggle and resistance, and one of thriving against the odds. I work for an organisation that prevents and responds to violence that we experience. So I want to talk a little bit more about what this ban means in terms of mental health. Who we are is not a mental health condition. We do not need to be protected from ourselves or stopped from accessing medication that can help us be more fully ourselves. We should never only be able to access medication because we are desperate. The current waiting lists for gender affirming treatment are unacceptable. Who we are is human. We have a right to medication and medical treatment that is gender affirming in the same way that all humans have the right to the medical interventions that will help them live more fully. And while it's true that our mental health suffers when we aren't able to access what we need, the problem here is access, not us. The problem is society, it is not us. And the problem is scarcity, not who we are. And so when we are fighting for our rights now for young trans people to be able to access puberty blockers, we're wanting government to protect our young people, to protect and nurture the kākano, the seeds of who we are, our rangatahi, by allowing them access to the medication they need. And we need government to go further than this by ensuring that there is better access to gender affirming care in general. And where there are transphobic laws and regulations coming into effect, we need the government to shut that down. That is their job. They are elected to serve our populations. We are their populations. It is their responsibility to ensure that our human rights are met too. Lastly, I want to talk about resilience. Sometimes it can feel like the fight is quite long and the battles are many. I've lost count of the submissions that we've written this year. Sometimes even leaving the house is hard, and if that's true for you, then I am so glad that you're here today, because For our community, it has always been true that resilience, the power to keep going, the power to bounce and move forward, resilience is held in relationship. Not one single one of us can go on alone, but together we're like a wave. We are like a tsunami. We're like a good tsunami of rainbowness. And that relationship is also crucial for all of us allies and adults who are here, because we want justice for our young folk. Your connection is what keeps your young person safe. Keep listening to them. Keep breathing with them. Keep protesting with them. Keep writing those fabulous, fabulous signs with them. Keep talking through the difficult times. Remember that they are part of a proud legacy that has fiercely fought for independence and love, and remind them of that legacy in the times when they are overwhelmed. We've got this, folks. Block the ban. Over to Steve.